So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. Today we're going to be talking about shift work. Shift work is like a never-ending game of musical chairs for grown-ups where the chairs are your working hours and the music is that relentless clock ticking away. Instead of the usual 9 to 5 routine, shift workers get to enjoy a wild ride through the clock's 24-hour playlist. Whether you're clocking in at the crack of dawn or under the moon's watchful eye, it's all part of the shift work groove. Just remember, in the game, caffeine is your trusty dance partner and naps are your secret weapon. So put on your work shoes and get ready to cha-cha with the clock, because shift work is a round-the-clock party where the hours never stop spinning. And what that means is that they don't stop spinning for health risks. Shift work is known to be associated with a range of health risks, and several studies have proven statistical evidence to support these associations. I'm going to be talking today about the medical risks associated with shift work, along with relevant statistics to illustrate the prevalence and impact of these risks. As always, talk to your doctor. Honestly, if you're considering shift work, this is a good conversation to have with your doctor. Sleep disturbances are a big problem with shift work. They disrupt sleep patterns. According to the National Sleep Foundation, nearly 20% of night shift workers report suffering from insomnia compared to just 7% of the rest of the population. In addition, they have metabolic disorders. Shift workers are at an increased risk of metabolic disorders. A study published in the journal PLOS 1 found that shift workers have a significantly higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome, which is obesity, high blood pressure, insulin resistance, etc., than non-shift workers. This increased risk is often reported to be 30% or more. In addition, they have cardiovascular complications. Research published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine suggests that long-term shift work is associated with an increased risk of coronary heart disease. This risk of coronary heart disease is found to be 18% higher among shift workers compared to those on regular day shifts. Finally, there's mental health issues. Shift work is associated with a higher prevalence of mental health issues. A systematic review and meta-analysis in the Journal of Occupational and Environmental Medicine found that shift workers are 28% more likely to experience symptoms of anxiety and depression. Next is circadian mismanagement. Misalignment. Sorry, this misalignment is a common consequence. Research published in the Occupational Medicine Journal reported that 72% of shift workers experience circadian misalignment, which can disrupt bodily functions and lead to various health issues. An increased risk of cancer. An International Journal of Cancer found that shift work is associated with an increased risk of colorectal cancer by 17%, and long-term shift work is associated with 43% higher risk of breast cancer. The CDC says that shift work is associated with a higher prevalence of fatigue. 29% of shift workers report excessive sleepiness compared to 15% of non-shift workers. The American Psychological Association reported that 52% of shift workers report relationship problems, while 60% reduce time spent with family and friends. In addition, long-term exposure to shift work is linked to the development of chronic health issues. The study in the European Heart Journal found that shift work is associated with 29% higher risk of stroke. Finally, a reduced quality of life. The Journal of Sleep Medicine found that shift work is linked to lower job satisfaction and reduced overall well-being. Quality of life scores in shift workers is often quite a bit lower than those in non-shift workers. It's important to note that the specific statistics may vary across different studies, populations, and industries. Nonetheless, these statistics collectively illustrate the increased health risks associated with shift work, making it imperative for employers, employees, and policymakers to consider measures to mitigate these risks and promote the well-being of shift workers. Well, folks, that's a wrap on our roller coaster ride through the world of shift work and its health risks. But before we go, remember, it's not all doom and gloom. You've got the power to stay healthy and happy on the night shift. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a double espresso waiting for me at the nearest cafe. Keep those sleep schedules in check, eat your veggies, and keep the coffee flowing. Until next time, stay healthy, everyone. Stay happy and keep dancing. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.